blue theme loadout, and every skin in this video will have a cheap and expensive option. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off with the pistols, in the T side we have the Glock 18 Twilight Galaxy in factory new. This is my preferred choice, but this skin is almost $200, so it is pretty expensive, meaning that a cheap option for you would be the Glock 18 High Beam in factory new, which is only 14 cents, and it actually looks super nice. As for the Tech 9, the Avalanche in factory new is easily the best choice for me, and the best thing is this is only $2.5, so for me this is the perfect choice. On the City side we have the USP, and for the USP I chose the Blueprint in minimal wear, which is about $7.5, and this is definitely the best blue skin for the USP. This video was sponsored by Skins Monkey. Skins Monkey is a CSGO trading platform where you can trade your old rusty CSGO skins for some new shiny ones in just a few seconds. The way it works is pretty simple. You select the skins you want to trade and you select the ones you want to get. You click trade and it's done. If you use my code OZNI on the website, you get a bonus of up to $5 for absolutely free when you trade on the website. And you also get a 35% bonus when buying balance. On top of that, they have daily, weekly and monthly giveaways in the freebies page. The link to the website is in the description, and thank you Skins Monkey for sponsoring this video. For the 5.7, the obvious choice is the case hardened blue gem, but that is super expensive, so a budget option would be the Forest Knight, which isn't the shiniest skin, but to be honest there's not many good options when it comes to blue 5.7s, and this one is very cheap, so this is the one that I'm gonna go with. And now for the pistol that you can use on both the T and the City side, we have the P250 Valence in factory new, and this is really the best choice, both because it is the most blue P250 and because it is also super cheap. It only costs 50 cents. For the Deagle we have the Desert Eagle Cobalt Disruption, which is my preferred choice, but this is very expensive. It goes for about $60 when it comes to the factory new version. So if you want a cheap budget, the Sputnik is very nice as well, and it is only $1.2 when the skin is factory new. And now that we're done with the pistols, let's go over to the mid tier. In the T side we have the Mag 10 Oceanic, and this is perfect as this skin is only 16 cents for a factory new one, and it fits this loadout perfectly. For the MP7 we have this Cyrus or Cyrus in factory new, which is again super cheap. It's only 50 cents. And you don't really use this weapon all that much, so a cheap skin helps completing the loadout for a lower price. Going over to the City side we have the MP9, and this is a very tough one. The best option in my opinion is the Pandora's Box, but these are over $90, and the other blue MP9 that I found is the Stained Glass, which is cheaper, but it is still $60. So both of these are very expensive, so there is no cheap version for this weapon. So for the P90 we have the Module, which I think is a very easy choice here. It is only $2 in factory new, and it fits this inventory perfectly. Now going over to the shotguns. For the first shotgun we have the Nova Tempest, and this is easily the best one in my opinion. It is about $5 in minimal wear, which isn't too expensive. But if you want an even cheaper one, there's the Windblow in factory new, which I actually only discovered when making this video, and the factory new version is only 25 cents. For the Mag 7 we have the Monster Call, which looks super good and is only about $1, and in my opinion it is impossible to find a better one, especially for this price. And lastly we have the XM Splitstream, and this is the obvious choice. It is only 25 cents in factory new, and it's basically as blue as you can ask. The Blue Steel is also a nice option, but it isn't that blue in CS2, so I went for this one. Now going over to the rifles, and first off on the T side we have the Galil, and for this weapon I chose the Rocket Pop, which isn't 100% blue, but to be honest it is blue enough and looks very nice as well, and the price is only $1.3 for a minimal wear version, so you really can't go wrong with this Galil. Now for the XG we have the Anodized Navy in factory new, and this for me is easily the best choice. It is almost fully blue and is only about 60 cents for the factory new version, and you can even add some stickers to it. It will look very good. Now going over to the AK, the best one for me is the Vulcan, which is such a classic and so good looking, especially when you add blue stickers to it. but it is pretty expensive, I am not going to lie. So if you want a cheaper version, the frontside Misty is a nice budget option, and it looks very shiny, very blue, and you don't really need to add any stickers to it. It's just a very nice blue budget AK. Now going over to the city side, on the FAMAS this is a very hard one as there aren't many choices, but the Ciano Spatter in Factory New is only 80 cents and looks pretty good in my opinion. But if you have the money, the Water of Memphis is a new skin and it is perfect for this inventory, but it is also very expensive for a FAMAS, so if you go for this, just know that it will cost you a lot of money. Now for the M4A4, the best one is the Poseidon. It is classic and good looking, but the downside is that it is very expensive, so a budget option would be the M4A4 the Emperor, which got a very nice upgrade from the CS2 version. It looks way more shinier and it actually looks very nice, and for about $30 on the minimal wear I think it is worth it. For the M4A1S we have the Blue Phosphor, and for me this is the king skin for this loadout, but as you probably know, it is very expensive. So if you don't want to spend a lot of money, a budget option would be the M4A1S Guardian in Factory New, or even the minimal wear version looks good as well. This is a very OG skin and you can even combo it with blue stickers. For the AUG we have the Aristocrat in Factory New, and this is my pick for this loadout as it is only $1.5 and looks very clean, very nice, and most importantly very blue. Now going over to the sniper, starting off with the Scout, we have the Scout Abyss, and this is the best one for me easily. It is super nice and also super cheap. It is only $2.5 for a Factory New one, and I really don't think that is a better choice than this one. Lastly, for the AWP, the best option is the Gungnir in my opinion, but that is almost $10,000 for a Factory New one, so not a lot of people are gonna go for it, meaning that a more budget friendly option would be the AWP Hyper Beast, which looks insane. First of all, it is very old, and this is about $40 for a minimal wear one. It is not fully blue, but it is blue enough, and that's going to be my pick for this loadout. And last but definitely not least, for the knife and glove combo, my favorite one is the Butterfly Knife Doppler Sapphire with the Sport Gloves Amphibious, and this is a super high tier combo and a very expensive one as well, so it's not really doable for most people, meaning that a cheaper one that I actually like a lot would be the Huntsman Knife Bright Water in minimal wear with the Moto Gloves Polygon in Field Tested. This combo will cost you about $260, so it is much more affordable than the other one and it still looks very nice. That is it for this blue loadout. If you guys enjoyed, leave a like, and if you want to check out my other videos, I have a red, a white and a yellow loadout as well, so subscribe to the channel and I'll see you in the next one.